Welcome back, guys. Working on the Valiant today. David has a piece of brake line here that he's trying to straighten for us. If you hadn't seen this before, this is a piece I bought a while back ago to straighten lines. We're also going to use that to straighten our fuel line because I have a coil of fuel line. But as you can see, that big coiled piece he has in one hand, that's what we were working with, and now it's basically straight on the other end. So just got to do the whole piece there and then figure out where we're going to run it, flare, put our fittings on, and that brake line will be done. Then, so that's going to be for the driver's side here, because what happened is when I originally built these brake lines, I put it in the factory location, and now that the subframe connectors are on there, we have to relocate the brake line. So if y'all do subframe connectors on A-body, just keep that in mind. Here's the old brake line I had made, and all we really need to do is where it went off towards the driver's side, we just need to make this thing straight. So basically we can take this end here, copy it, and then we'll run it straight down the inside of the frame rail, the new frame rail, and then right into the proportioning valve. Should be pretty straightforward. Cut our two ends off, and here I have a hydraulic flare tool which works fantastic. So we're going to go ahead and flare one end, put our end on, and get up underneath and start making bends until we get this thing to fit right. Have my two dies in here. Gonna run my brake line in. Use another die just to keep it flat right there, should get it flush. And once she's flush and all tight, tighten my clamp up. See, she's nice and flush right there. Get the invert flare and tighten it up first, and then use the hydraulic to finish it up. Let the hydraulic off. Take that die out, the pointed die in, and just a couple of squeezes on that one. There's our flare. Just want to give you guys a quick shot of our brake line. We have up to the proportioning valve, down the frame, through the cross member, up the subframe connector, over the fuel pump, got my hand over the light, sorry, up the pan, the floor pan, and then into the original block here. And then we've already started, got our braided brake line here. Just need to get the brake lines to the rotors done, or to the disc brakes done. Went ahead and put on one of the flex lines here, and it's gonna basically be right at the block there that goes to the rear end. So braided line comes right here to the rear end, and then that one will go into the little distribution block. And then we just need to make one that goes up and over the rear end and to this side. All right, guys, got the line run to the back of the car. Still need to put P-clips in it to hold it in place. And now moving on to the rear end portion. So I have on each side going to the brake calipers, because it does have disc brake conversion. I have these flex lines, and the flex line will have just a small portion of hard line on the driver's side, and then on the passenger side I'm gonna have to go over the differential housing, down the axle tube, and to the other flex line. So have these little fittings here. I'm gonna flare some tube, bend it up properly, and get this portion done. I'll bring you guys back when I'm done with it. Okay guys, new day here. I got the brakes done and I'm gonna move on to the fuel system. I have a coil of 3/8 line there. I'm gonna go ahead and start straightening it out. And what I have is just a compression fittings that I'm gonna use to go to the hard line. And on the brakes, I'm not completely finished, but the lines are made. So I still need to get, you can see right there, that's where the passenger side meets up. I just need to have a way to secure the brake lines to the rear end. See right there, I have the block. It's not bolted in, it's just kind of sitting there. So just need to tidy that up with some tie downs, and gonna move on to the fuel system. So the first line I need to make is gonna come from the fuel pump and into the fuel filter. So I'm just gonna make a little section, and this is the piece that's gonna come out of my fuel pump, and it's going to cut through the frame and then go down the subframe connector. Because what we're going to do is take this coil, make it straight.
Like watching a movie.
Only different.
Yeah.
Okay, I went ahead and straightened me a piece here, and I just took apart the little compression fitting to show you guys. So this will just crush over the tube and seal, and just a quick easy way to do it, and it'll hold just fine. So this will be my line going from my fuel pump into the fuel filter. I'm gonna have to make a couple of bends right here to go around the frame. So go ahead and get that done. Okay, here is one of my fuel lines I've already been up. And this is coming from the pump. It's gonna go around through the frame, back around down the frame rail on the outside. Then I've got my fuel filter go on the end there. So that one looks good. Now I'm moving on to the return line, and went ahead and drilled some holes. And I got some grommets right here, a little grommet kit. So I'm gonna drill the holes that size on the frame here, put some grommets in, run it through, and then I'm going to run the fuel lines up real tight in the wheel well and straight up out of the fender here. You see where I've got these two holes, and it's sitting my favorite plan here, but this is what's going to work. And then I'll run 2 flex lines over to the FiTech. So I'm going to drill these out a little bit bigger, the ones down the bottom, put the grommets in, and start forming up my lines. All right guys, starting to get a little dark out. Show you what I have so far. This is some extra I have hanging out, and like I said, I used some grommets here, and actually I used a really tight grommet. So this one fit with just a little bit of clearance, and these were actually a little too small. But what I did is drilled the hole big enough to where it would stretch it out and be super tight in there. So use those grommets, and to run those through the grommets, I'm just using a little soapy water in a spray bottle. And I have my return line here. This is my feed. I'm not done with it. You can see got the little coil right there. About to cut it off and make the connection here to the fuel filter. Back here you can see I have them over the frame, over to the other side where the fuel pump and the return line go. And then this goes through 2 sides of the frame. So you have them right there, grommets right there. And the store didn't have P-clips the other day when I went, so I'm gonna have to wait to P-clip it all up. I am gonna finish my fittings here. And then they go up into the wheel well, and I still have to get them tidied up, pushed up against the sheet metal, and I'm gonna clip it all to the sheet metal, and I'm gonna need to get some kind of covering so if the tire throws a rock or something, it'll be plenty safe. So I want to make sure to do that. Now, this is pretty much the only way I could figure to do it. I don't like running it in that wheel well, and I don't like it coming out of here, but with all the other stuff going on, that's just kind of what I had to do. The other side obviously is too hot. Can't run it over there from the exhaust. So just, you know, there's just too much going on right here. So that I felt that was the only way to get it done. But anyway, that's a little quick update. I'm probably not going to cut these off tonight. I'm going to go ahead and attach that piece down there, kind of fit it up where I want it, and bring you guys back in just a second. All right, let me show you what I have. So up top, looks the same as just a minute ago. I'm gonna cut these whenever I get my, I need to order the other AN fittings. But so this is just like the other ones I've been using. It's got the copper compression in there. And I'm gonna put these right here. And if these lines ever need to come out, I'll just take that copper compression off, slide it out, no big deal. So that'll be easy to take in and out. Then down here, turn the light on. We have these two lines. I'll get clips and hold them down and cover them with something for safety like I discussed a second ago. There's this section, got the e-brake cable running right there. I pushed them away from it. They're not gonna rub anything there. Got our grommets there. Grommets there, have the return line running high. And then this one dips down a little bit to get to the fuel filter. Compression fitting into the fuel filter, both sides. And then back here, go ahead and show you the other side since I already showed you this. Okay, there's that. Gotta get it just organized a little bit once we get our clips. And that'll be good. Gotta get P-clips, running those all the way up front, or to the back, sorry. I'm gonna run those up the frame like I discussed in another video. I'm gonna go up and over the frame. So those will be up and out of the way. Have my brake line here. Just need to hook that in to the block. I need to get the proper vent bolt for the block there. So they're from the factory. You have a bolt that's hollow that you can put your vent tube on. But that got lost somewhere. But anyway. So the brake line going to that side is on, brake line going to that side is on. Needs to be clamped properly to the rear end. It has a zip tie holding it right now, so I need to get proper clamp to hold that on. And then this side will be on with the bolt, and then we got our line that I showed you already from the front. So that's going to do it for our project today. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Got a pretty good amount of stuff done. You know, every day, every little project helps. So this weekend, it's supposed to be raining a lot. I think I'm gonna start on this wiring. Hopefully also measure and wire out the spark plug wires, run the FiTech wiring. So hopefully all that can get done this weekend. And just knocking out little things here and there. So really appreciate you guys' support. It means a lot to me. Hope you guys enjoy what I'm doing here, enjoying the project. So gonna keep at it. See you guys next time.